I'm going to bring my elbow into my side, which gives me a little bit of breathing space. I've got to flick back up to the groin, cane drops, cane comes straight back up.
Hi, I'm Kev from sonsofkane.com. Don't forget, smash the like button, give us a comment down below. With me, as usual, the Chris.
Okay, don't forget, hit the subscribe button, don't forget to care, don't forget to share. As always, please ring the notification bell and don't forget to free the fear.
Alright guys, this is the video for this week and it's to do with the number 10 attack. If you haven't seen it, we'll put a little link up there for the top 10 attacks. At home, if you haven't seen the Pink Panther,
Not now, Kato.
please watch it. I play Kato to my wife. And what we do is every now and then, without her knowing, I'll come up and I'll just do a simulated attack. She gets out of it. So in this video we thought that as soon as I get to here, and my wife knows I'm behind her, she knows I'm coming into the rear naked. So what she tends to do, as soon as I get to here, what's Chris going to do? He's out of the way. You need to have this awareness that if someone you don't know has got to this position, you've got to be thinking for the attack.
I had a student who got this attack quite a bit when he was at school. So I showed him a technique he was comfortable with, because there are so many. Practiced it, and then I would randomly, as Kev had said, be Kato, attack him, and I'd count to 3. And if he hasn't got it off in 3 seconds, game over. So we built it up slowly over a period of time, and it became a nice flinch instinct for him, and he didn't get bullied anymore.
So for this video, what we're going to show you is some techniques that once they've actually locked it on. Once this series is finished, we're going to start showing you some awareness stuff on, again, if someone's coming up and I don't know him, and we don't know each other, and I'm into this position, that's already too late. But we'll show that as we go through.
Yeah, the only other thing I'd like to point out is I'm not his wife.
No.
This is the number 10 attack from our video, which is the headlock. So, unfortunately, not being aware, Dan has put the headlock on me. Because he is right-handed, he's put this on with his left hand, so he can then drive me down and pummel me in the face, which he likes to do. So this is just going to be a nice simple one I'm going to do to start with, then we're going to have some variants later on. I've not been very aware. Dan's come up, he's put this on. Now I have got 3 seconds, but I'm not going to be doing anything fast or hard for this. It's just going to run through slowly the technique. You can distract. If my cane is here, I can crack his shins, not a lot of power. I can flick it up. What I would tend to do is bring it here, put this hand in his elbow. He's left me a little gap. I'm lucky, not always the case. I'm going to bring my elbow into my side, which gives me a little bit of breathing space. I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to scrape it along the inside of his thigh. I've got my chin clear of his arm, and I'm just going to pull and twist at the same time. I've stopped short of my target area, as you can imagine. From here, I can pull here and push here. This is nice because I have full mobility, so it's fine. If he puts it on again for me, even if I go straight up and I can't use this hand, I've still got a nice distraction there. Just apply the principle again, I can use leverage on his knees, but what I've got to be aware of, this is on. If he's got that locked on tight, if he falls, I'm going down with him.
My turn to play with the Dan. Dan's going to put the lock on. Okay, so again, I've got the tripod, this is going to keep me stable. I can bring the crook into my hip, it gives me more balance. This hand, I'm just going to strike straight for the groin. I'm going to turn the cane inwards so that the horn is on the inside of the thigh, and I'm going to drag down from there. Obviously, Dan's a friend of mine, so I'm not going to give it that full. How did it feel with just that?
It's just horrible. Well, that pain is very sudden.
Very sudden. Let's look at this from the chair. Right, I'm in the chair, I've got my half cane, and Dan's going to put the lock on for me, mate. So, usually the cane's here. So I'm looking through, This hand's going to come up. This is my guard against the attack. Going to come through, going to flick the groin. Hand's going to drop, grab the end of the cane, and all I'm doing is rolling and pushing this into my chair and rolling down the nerve. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's all you want to do is just roll down, rolling the cane as you go. I've got pressure against his knee with my wheel, and this nerve has now just become fire. The first thing he did was release the grip here. So once I've released, I'm going to come over, and every opportunity then becomes open to me. Right guys, this is normally where we end the video, and that great little title screen with Callum's done for us comes up, but we're thinking of doing Patreon.
So what we'll have is bonus and extended footage, possibly some bloopers of Kev making mistakes, because I don't make mistakes. Often. So check it out.
So let us know in the comment section if you're interested in Patreon. Again, with just as little thought, just trying to get some money for the channel.
Yeah, it's just an idea. Let us know if you think it's a good idea and it'll work or not. So, Dan's here, and today my crook is this way round. My priority is here, so I've turned my head. What I'm going to do is drive that into his arm. If I can't quite hook the elbow, I've got the meat of his arm and I'm just tearing. I've pulled his arm away. To escape, I'm going to crook strike the shin or knee, follow it through, and to be mean, I'm going to push him away by thrusting his knee, and then I think, does he want to be like Kev? May have been difficult to see those strikes because obviously we're doubled up and we compressed ourselves. I've grabbed the cane in with the two-handed grip, so I've got extra strength in there. What I've done, I'm going to use his ribs, but it'll give you the same idea. When he's got his arm up, this has gone into the crook. Now, if you remember from our last pressure point video, there's a point there. If I can't hook the elbow, what I've done is dug it into this point here, and he's pulling the face at me. So that's where I'd be pulling. If I haven't got the balance point, I can drag across the meat of the arm. I'm then driving the crook against his knee. If he's standing up, it'd be his ribs. Driving it back across. This gives me my nice poke, even from here. This, if I follow the line, I'm not even looking, but I can feel, just because the cane's against the back of his leg, I'm just pushing and he's walking away. So you don't need to look when you're doing that technique, and it also gives me another advantage when it's on. Dan, you're going to like this. Headlock on. So this technique, my crook is reversed. I've hooked, I've pulled away, I've struck, I've pushed him that way, and then I'm going to take it back. I'm going to pull him back.
Okay, two canes, bit of limited mobility. Headlock goes on. Right, before I go down, this is the cane that I normally use for the pressure points. It's got a very, very, very sharp tip. I'm just going to change them over, just to give Dan a little bit. So the headlock goes on. Now I can't get in here at the moment, but I found that there's a place in between the wrist that I'm just going to pull. Okay?
Yeah.
Once I've got to this position, I bend right over. This cane's going to come up, and I'm just going to smash the shin. As I smash the shin, the cane's behind me. I'm changing the tripod from here. Cane's coming up. I'm going to use heart one, use the floater rib or the hip just to push away to get my space, and then back into guard. So what we're looking at, Chris showed you this point here and this point here. I've gone between here, mainly because my mobility and my flexibility isn't as good as Chris's. But there's the radius and the ulnar, radius this side, ulnar that side, and there's meat in between. Feel it? Mm-hmm. If you push hard enough, yeah?
It's unpleasant.
It's unpleasant. But with this, it's like a Kubertan just going in. So once I've got that through, because I'm in this position here, all I'm going to do is use this for the balance. That foot's going back. I'm going to strike with this, and then this cane is coming into here or behind me for my full balance until I've moved my weight up. Whatever is presenting to me, I'm going to take. Normally, if you hit a nerve point or a pressure point or a dim mat point, whatever you want to call them, you get a flinch. This hand will probably flinch up. I then struck, which will probably bring him more inwards towards me, because he's going to start favouring it, and that then gives you your target area. Let's have a look at this in the chair, shall we? So, in the wheelchair, got my half cane, Dan wakes it on. Yeah, comfortable for you, mate, isn't it?
That's alright actually.
Okay, so look in this position here. This finger, the middle one, is fire, and this is wood. So I'm going to come into here and just pull in. Feel that?
Yeah.
This is just going to come up, smash the face. Okay? I've got that drag through again. Arm away. Oh look, hot one. Smack. So we look at the areas again. I'm going to bring middle finger, try not to do it, we'll get banned from YouTube, just into the crook here and just push. It's uncomfortable. It's not a major point this here, but in nursing we use this area to draw blood and put lines in. And it is a bit tender, and especially if they've got their arm bent, you tend to get right in and you can feel a bone there. Feel it?
Yeah.
It's not nice. So we've got that released. I can breathe. Then I'm aiming the crook of the cane to the chin or neck area. If I miss the chin and go up for the nose, so be it. I release this off myself, and again, coming for that groin point here, use the crook of the cane and the horn to bring in, and again, to push away. So the principle of the technique has stayed the same.
Yeah.
It still causes you a lot of pain. But as you can see, the 3 different ways we've done it, feel comfortable, adapt it to your needs, adapt it to your ability. That's the secret.
In a high pressure situation, you're probably going to get frustrated, log jam, can't think. Dan puts on the headlock for me, and I don't know what to do. All I really have to do is wildly swing my cane around. If I make contact with something, I've got shin, knee, elbow. I'm guessing his face is about there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even if you can't go, oh, I've got a really nice fancy technique, nice simple stuff will give you that opportunity. We call it softening up, so I can put the nice technique on. So if in doubt, strike something. Don't forget, you've got a nice solid piece of wood here. As you've seen from our bone video, that will not compete against this and survive unless you do a lot of conditioning.
Back on 2 canes, same technique. It comes through, I'm bringing the cane up, and I'm just driving it past my leg to hit his shin. Exactly the same as Chris. If I reverse the crook from here, I've got to flick back up to the groin, cane drops, cane comes straight back up. Okay, so all I'm doing, just doing a little bit fast, don't move. So I'm in this position, I'm just going to come through the legs, drop down, flick back up, flick up. Like what Chris said, the adrenaline takes over, fight or flight, panic mode, hey, big bit of wood. Not going to like it. Let's try this out in the chair. Back in the chair, same technique. I get the lock on me. Now, I haven't really got the swings, although a nice elbow into the groin area will go well. Again, I've got the flick, reversing the crook upwards. I've got face smashes up here. I do have the flick up for the head. Don't really like doing the head too much if I can help it. But if I really want to be nasty, crook's going forward, grabbing the crook with the other hand, going to place right on the bladder or the genitalia and just push back. I'm going to do it very gently because we don't want to mess on the floor, do we, mate?
No, not really.
Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to smash the like button, drop us a comment.
Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so, so hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to ring the bell. Don't forget to care and share. And as always, free to fear.